This is part 2, alright, picking up where we left off. We were looking at all the different ways that masks can prevent viral infection. So it's worth noting that while COVID particles are 60 to 140 nanometers in size, they're not able to exist independently and need to be transmitted via droplets, which are about 5 micrometers in size, which is much, much larger. So again, when we're looking at an N95 here, so this is an N95 under the microscope, this is 100 micrometers thick. So if we look at the scale, 5 micrometers is half of one of these little segments here. So it can go into these pores, but see how they're so stratified? Then they're gonna get caught. The virus particles are gonna get caught on this outer layer. And importantly, for our information, the N95 masks, these N-series masks, undergo NIOSH standards, which mean that NaC, so sodium chloride particles that are aerosolized in between 100 and 300 nanometers, which is smaller than our virus particle droplet, which is 5 micrometers. So if we look at it down here, 100 nanometers is 0.1 micrometers. And N95 filtration masks are able to prevent 95% of these particles from passing through the mask. And as these particles get bigger, so 750 nanometers, they then become 99.5% effective at preventing the particles from passing through the mask. So 750 nanometers is 0.75. So when we're talking about 5 micrometers, which is multiple times this, then we're basically preventing all of the particles from going through. And also, as I always say, the fit of a mask has a great impact on the filtration efficiency, because if the mask does not fit the wearer's face, this allows particles to leak inward. Now that we understand all of this, we can better understand this graphic here that has been shown a lot, where if you have two unmasked individuals, one that's a COVID carrier and one that's an uninfected person, the infection rate is around 90%. If the uninfected person is wearing a mask and the COVID person is spraying them with spittle, the infection rate is around 30%. If the COVID carrier is the one wearing the mask while there is an unmasked, uninfected person, the infection rate is around 5%, which is why it's very important for people that are sick to wear the masks. And then if both individuals are masked, this drops to 1.5% infection rate. In other terms, this is 98.5% effective when both people are masked. And if both people are following proper distance procedures of about 2 meters, so around 6 feet of distancing, this drops to virtually 0% transmission between the individuals with the COVID carrier and the uninfected person. This is why masking is important and is the #1 thing behind preventing transmission of COVID.